What is up, all you beautiful people? It is I, AkemiTCG, back here with a brand new video. For all of you who don't know this, pretty much I make a living buying and selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and this is a topic I haven't addressed like ever. I addressed it in like my first vlog, but that was really it. But after, you know, everything happening with whatever's happening, I can't say it because of YouTube. Whatever's happening around the world has severely impacted my sales and my bottom line, but I did learn a lot of things on my journey, and I want to show you guys 5 mistakes that I want you to avoid in order to help you make a little bit more money either playing this game or even if you're just straight up vending. You can make some money doing this. Let's get to it. Mistake number 1, selling your cards and not selling them quickly enough. With new sets, there's a lot of money to be made from new sets because everybody wants these new cards. Everybody wants the Dogmaticas ASAP. Everybody wants the Droplets, the Triple Tacticals, even the small little side cards in it, the little Ultras and Supers. People want them now. We live in a very consumerist environment, especially in the States. I don't know how it is in Europe, so please correct me if I'm wrong, but people want stuff ASAP, especially the new stuff, and they're willing to pay a lot more than they would than in the future when the cards get older. So basically, bottom line is you want to get stuff ASAP. Find a distributor if you're buying cases and get someone that delivers either the day before or the day of the set release. That way you can list everything on TCG Player and eBay, and you can sell them for a lot higher than they should be. For example, really good example, the Megatins Avermax was about $12 when I sold them, and now they're sitting at a comfortable $3 or $4. So make sure you sell those cards quick, because in this market, everybody's opening up product. It's not just you versus the other vendors, it's you versus the other vendors and literally everybody else opening up all the Megatins. So make sure you sell your stuff ASAP so you get the most bang for your buck. Number 2, one of the biggest mistakes I've seen is people trying to make money back from buying individual boxes or packs. So packs already aren't too great of a deal because it's $4 a pack, and if you do the math, 4 times 24 is $96 plus tax wherever you are. So you're going to be paying upwards of maybe like $105 to $110 depending on your location if you buy 24 loose packs. But then you go to booster boxes. Booster boxes, you can usually buy them for $65 to $70 depending on where you're located. I'm talking in US dollars. And then cases, if you buy cases, all right, it's going to be around $60 to even less than $60 per box if you buy a case. So if you want to actually make your margins back, you want to make your money back, buy cases or buy more of a product. We call this economies of scale, where you're buying, the more you buy of a product, especially cases, because these are like big orders, the more you buy of a product, ideally it should be cheaper. So if you want to make money with this game, buy those cases and sell the cards out of those cases. Something I do want to add is sometimes if you're just super busy with your life, it's actually sometimes a little bit easier to just buy the cases and then sell the cases for a little bit more. Especially with core sets that are really hyped, for example, Rise of the Duelist. You could have bought a case for around, let's say $700. I can't give my exact numbers away, but then you can sell it for about $1,000. Not too shabby. Number 3, and I'm super guilty of this one, is keeping too many cards. I personally am a huge collector of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so I like to try to keep every single like foil that I like. I'm like, oh, I like this card, the art looks nice, so I keep it. But if you're a vendor and you're trying to sell stuff, you're trying to make money from the game, if you're keeping too many cards, usually that hurts your bottom line, because most of the time the cards will go down in price. Besides cards that are super high in demand, for example, Triple Tactical Talons, Forbidden Droplets, and also Prismatics. Prismatics tend to go up, way up over time. Regardless if they're kind of low right now, Konami isn't going to reprint the Prismatics to our knowledge, so they're going to go way up in the future. Just hold on to the Prismatics in the long run and you're going to make some bang for your buck. But if you actually want to make real money, like a lot of money playing the game, try not to keep too many of the cards and just play a rogue strategy instead. It does help. You can still play meta and still make money, but just understand, you're gonna make a lot less doing so. Mistake number 4, not keeping track of your expenses and your profits. What really helps is opening up a new bank account. This only takes a couple of days if you do so. I went to a local bank account or a bank near me, and I'm like, guys, just open up a new account. It was fine. Within an hour, it was up and running. So basically, you're doing this is you want to see how much money you're actually making or losing from buying and selling Yu-Gi-Oh products. So have a separate account just for Yu-Gi-Oh expenses and Yu-Gi-Oh profits. And also on that same note, have a credit card for all of your Yu-Gi-Oh expenses as well. And why do I say a credit card? Credit card gives you the extra percentage back, like 1.5% cash back, and that does add up over time depending on how big of a vendor you are, but this will help a lot. So you can keep track later on when you have to pay your taxes. You just look at the credit card expenses, look at maybe your PayPal, your Venmo expenses, and look at that bank account, and you can easily see how much money you've made or lost with Yu-Gi-Oh during that year. And lastly, but not least, not keeping track of the OCG. I understand the OCG, TCG, 2 different ban lists, alright? They're no way similar at all. They have max C, we don't. They have 2 1-for-1s, we only have 1. But you have to understand that some of these decks in the OCG will kind of dictate the TCG market, because people are already testing out the best decks in the OCG, like Infernobles. And then you go to the TCG and all of a sudden people are super hyped for them, and now they want them because news is getting around that Infernobles are good. But a lot of people don't get the information until they actually get their physical cards here in the US. So if you actually keep an eye on the OCG market and figure out what cards are really good example is for the Numeron cards. Numeron was super hype here, and the OCG was super hype. When it got to the TCG, it was very hype, but people were like, oh, we need Memories of Hope. This is a super rare from Dark Neostorm. I bought a whole bunch of them back when they were like 10 cents a pop, before all the hype got here. And when it finally got here in the States, I was selling them for $2 a piece. Take that into consideration. This is before the Megatons, by the way, before I get crucified. But keep track of the OCG, what they're doing, some specific tech choices they're using, and start investing in those, because that'll help a lot more in your bottom line. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed the video. This is the first time I've ever touched upon this topic, so if you want me to touch upon this topic a little bit more, or you have a specific question you want to ask, feel free to let me know down below. And if you liked it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It does help me a lot. I'm AkemiTCG. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
The world ends now.